Why didn't the Reds make more moves at the MLB trade deadline? Cincinnati. With a 53-58 record, 7 players on expiring contracts, and obvious needs for the future, the Cincinnati Reds entered Monday's trade deadline as one of the most obvious sellers on the market. The result of a sleepy deadline for the front office. A 19-year-old pitcher with 1 A-ball start under his belt, a AAA infielder who was designated for assignment earlier in the day, and $250,000 of international signing bonus cap space. Advertisement Some teams were buyers, like the Boston Red Sox, and some were sellers, like the Baltimore Orioles. The Reds after the trade deadline look a whole lot like the Reds who took the field before the trade deadline.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for core power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. High-quality protein to build muscle. The nutrition you need to power on.
Ready to order? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/10.
Only 2 players on the big league roster, designated hitter first baseman Nathaniel Lowe and left-handed reliever Caleb Ferguson, won't be at Great American Ballpark on Tuesday when the Reds prepare to host the Athletics for a 3-game series. The only addition will be outfielder Hector Rodriguez, one of the team's top prospects, who will join the team Tuesday for his big league debut. We had a lot of conversations about a lot of guys. At the end of the day, the deals just weren't there for us, said Nick Krall, the Reds' president of baseball operations. The deals that were completed were Lowe to the Cleveland Guardians for right-hander Alejandro Rivera, Ferguson to the St. Louis Cardinals for international signing pool space, and switch-hitting infielder Juan Brito, who was designated for assignment earlier in the day. The Reds sent cash considerations to Cleveland for Brito, who will report to AAA Louisville, Krall said. Ultimately, the Reds decided 2 months with catcher Tyler Stephenson and right-hander Brady Singer, perhaps seen as the 2 most likely players to be moved before Monday's 6 p.m. ET deadline were worth more to them than what the team was offered in trade, Krall said. Brady Singer is one of our veteran leaders in our starting pitching staff. Tyler Stephenson's the same way, Krall said. I think it's really important to have those guys around this club rather than just saying we're going to move guys off. I think it's really important to have bullpen guys that can lock down wins for this group, the young group we have right now. Advertisement, in addition to Singer and Stephenson, third baseman Eugenio Suarez, left-handed reliever Brock Burke, and right-handed reliever Pierce Johnson are scheduled to be free agents at the end of the season. According to Krall, there weren't sufficient offers for the 5 players on expiring contracts the team kept. The lack of compelling offers reflects a broader market reality. As Major League Baseball has limited teams to a minor league roster of 165 players, teams can no longer hide lottery ticket-type players like they once did. To add a player to the minor leagues, the team has to release one. So while there are lottery tickets to be had, teams can't just accumulate a handful and hope one hits big. Instead, they must decide between the 2 lottery tickets. Teams can also recoup value by making a 1-year qualifying offer when free agency begins in November. Of the 7 soon-to-be free agents, Singer seems to be the only candidate to receive a qualifying offer at the end of the season. Next year's qualifying offer is expected to be somewhere around $23 million, with a decision for both parties due before December's impending lockout. A player who receives a qualifying offer may accept the 1-year deal or reject it, and the team is compensated with a draft pick. After Nick Castellanos rejected the qualifying offer after the 2021 season, the Reds used that draft pick to select Sal Stewart in the 2022 MLB draft. Stewart made the All-Star team as a rookie this year and entered Monday tied for the most RBIs in baseball, with 85. Singer, who celebrates his 30th birthday Tuesday, is 5'10" with a 4.35 ERA in 21 starts for the Reds. Last season, he was 14-12 with a 4.03 ERA in 32 starts and was worth 3 BWAR. After dealing with blisters early in the season, Singer's 3.5 with a 2.7 ERA in 10 starts since June 1. 2 years ago, the Reds gave starter Nick Martinez a qualifying offer, which he accepted. Advertisement Some, who turns 30 later this month, hit a home run in what he thought might be his last at-bat with the team that drafted him 11 years ago and was emotional in his post-game interview. Though there was a need for catchers around the league, especially right-handed hitting catchers, the offers for Stephenson never reached a point where Krall believed it was worth moving on from him. Jose Trevino is under contract for next season, but just one other catcher, Will Banfield, is on the Reds' 40-man roster. One of their top prospects is catcher Alfredo Duno, but the 20-year-old has played just 18 games at Double-A and is probably at least 2 years away from reaching the big leagues. Since June 1, Stephenson has hit .320, .393520 with 5 homers over 140 plate appearances. He was 60th among 61 qualified players with -10 framing runs, according to Baseball Savant. However, Stephenson has been among baseball's best with ABS. His 71 overturns are the most in baseball, and his 72% winning percentage is best among catchers with at least 35 challenges. Though the New York Yankees were rumored to be looking for a right-handed hitting catcher, team and league sources who were granted anonymity to speak candidly told The Athletic that an offer was not made by the Yankees. Rodriguez, who was acquired in the trade deadline sell-off of 2022, will make his big league debut Tuesday. The 22-year-old is hitting .274347533 with the AAA Louisville Bats and hit his 27th home run of the season as part of a 4-hit performance Sunday. Krall said Rodriguez will play right field Tuesday, but the left-handed hitter will also see some time at designated hitter, where playing time was opened with the trade of Lowe. Brito, 24, made his big league debut earlier this year, but has spent most of the season at Triple-A, where he was hitting, with 9 home runs before being designated for assignment Monday. The switch-hitting infielder will move around the diamond for the Bats, Krall said. Rivera was recently promoted from the Arizona Complex League to Class A, where he made 1 start last week. Rivera was 4-2 with a 2.44 ERA in 12 appearances and 8 starts in Arizona, and gave up 5 runs in 5 innings in his first start with Hill City of the Carolina League. Baseball America recently listed Rivera as the No. 15 prospect in the Arizona Complex League. 5 other Reds prospects appeared in the publications list of the top 20 players in the league. Advertisement: the Reds have won 10 of 16 games to start the second half of the season, including series wins against the Cardinals and Pittsburgh Pirates, 2 teams ahead of them in the National League Central and wildcard races. Krall said the team explored deals for players who would be more than a rental, but none of those deals came to fruition, nor was the front office's outlook for the trade deadline changed by the short-term surge. "We've played really well over the course of the last few weeks, so this team finally feels together and moving in the same direction," Krall said. "But at the same time, we looked at it as, how can we make the best moves for this organization now and for the future? It's just the offers weren't there."